language fundamentals and building logic. That is the target. Right. So what you are trying to understand, these are the points we understand. Last class we are trying to we completed up to 6 points. Okay. So every programming language is meant for developing a program to implement an operation to be performed by a computer in an automated way. Then one language to another language, what is the difference? One language to another language level, no change. Okay, syntax wise change will be there. Language level concepts are same. Syntax wise differences will be there, and following by the inbuilt operations supporting libraries difference will be there. Okay, one language to another language, inbuilt libraries difference will be there. If you take Java providing lot of inbuilt libraries for developing web applications, enterprise applications with a database interaction. And what you call, if you take uh, Python providing same language concepts with a different syntax will be there, but it providing lot of library for mathematical operations. Okay, and then if you take .NET, it is also having same language concepts with a different syntax we implement, and it is implemented it is providing more features for developing UI side development. Okay, so every language is strong at one area and weak at another area. Every language cannot be strong at every area. Fine. So Java is providing more support for web applications, enterprise applications, and database interaction applications development. Okay, fine. Then basically by using a programming language, are invented for automating business operations to be performed by a computer. Okay, what is the difference between manual operation and automation? If you go for automation wise, what are the advantages? Automation means performing. Manually, what you need to do, you must count how many nodes are there. You must count how many 2000 nodes are there, 500 nodes are there, 100 nodes are there. You have to count, and you have to prepare the denomination. You have to fill the form. Lot of things you need to do. Whereas if you go for automation, you don't need to do anything. Everything will be counted by system. You just put your nodes inside the deposit machine. Deposit machine counting how many 2000 nodes, how many 500 nodes, how many 200 nodes, how many 100 nodes, and you go showing the denomination, and then asking total this much money. Do you want to deposit? Say yes. It is deposited. And next, second advantage is 24/7, 365 days we can run our business. Okay, you can deposit money at any time in the midnight also you can deposit, and you can withdraw midnight also. You deposit in Hyderabad in your home place, your friend will withdraw by using ATM machine, and we can have good relation with the customer because software never scold customer. Human beings scold customer. Okay, a person can scold customer, but human being, I mean, software never scold customer. It has a good relation. After a transaction completed, at last, one smile face will come. Thank you. Visit again. One message will come. Right. With that message, happily customer come back, and it is secured and accurate. Correct results will come. Execution, efficient results will come. Fast transaction will be completed fast. So a lot of benefits are there with automation. So that's why every business now people want it to run automated way. For that, we need to develop software. Okay, fine. So I hope you understand what is a programming language. A language that is used for communicating with computer is called programming language. What is the use of programming language? Programming language is used for developing a program to perform an operation to be to implement an operation to be performed by a computer in an automated way. And next, an operation contain. Okay, now I want to perform one operation. Fine. Every operation contain 4 activities. What are the 4 activities? For example, you take a deposit operation you want to do. To perform deposit operation, you need to give notes. The notes is what? Input. Okay, you have to read input and store input. Read and store input. Then after deposit machine, you give it amount. Then deposit machine reading each note from there and verifying is it a valid note or fake note. and it is a 2000 note or 500 note or 100 note. That is called validations. And then it is started calculating how many 2000 notes, how many 500 notes, how many 100 notes, how many 200 notes, total amount, how much. Okay, performing validations and calculations. If the given validations are go wrong, I mean, found the given note is wrong, then now throw exception. Given note is valid, then perform calculation. That means control the flow of execution, and last throwing exception. An operation contain below 4 activities: reading and storing values, performing validations and calculations, controlling flow of execution, throwing errors if given values are wrong. So these are the 4 activities always we do. Now these control flow statements will be used for taking decision to execute either calculation logic or what you call throwing errors logic. Will take decision by control flow statements based on the validation result. If a validation result is true, then perform calculation. If a validation result is false, then throw errors. Now tell me, to perform these 4 activities, every programming language must support some common concepts. Okay, every programming language will provide the same fundamental concept to perform above 5 activities. What the 5th activity? Displaying results and error message is the 5th activity. Okay, now so after these 4 activities completed, 5th activity is what? Displaying results and error messages. Every programming language will provide the same language fundamental concepts to perform above 5 activities to implement logic for an operation in developing a program. Okay, what are those? Every language will provide below 4 concepts to perform above 4 activities. There are data types, operators, control flow statements, exception handling statements. Data types meant for storing values. Operators are meant for performing validations and calculations. Control flow statements are meant for controlling flow of execution. Exception handling statements meant for throwing exception. And next, the above 4 concepts are technically called language fundamentals, because without these 4 concepts, using any language, we cannot write any program. The most fundamental concept, the base of the, you can say 4 pillars of any building or 4 pillars of the language is these 4 concepts. Okay. The next, what the purpose of above 4 concepts? Just okay, don't listen to ask questions, listen to understand and remember, apply these concepts in the program. So if while I'm developing program, if you say not understands or I cannot do anything. A for apple. So tell me, A for apple you understand, or A for apple you remember? In your childhood, A for apple, what did you do? A for apple? A for apple you don't understand, you just accepted and remember. Wherever apple you see, then you used to start saying A for apple, C for cat, B for bat, right? Same way here also. Wherever you see data type, then immediately your mind should tell, oh, data type is meant for creating a variable and object for storing values in a program. Acha. Whenever I say I want to store values, immediately what you should say? Use data types and create variable and object. Variable meant for storing one value, object is meant for storing multiple values. Whenever I say I want to store values in my program, then you should say, okay, sir, how many values you want to store? One value, no, multiple values. Yeah, I want to store one value. Okay, use data type to create variable and store one value. If I say I want to store multiple values, okay, use a data type to create object to store multiple values. So this is the thoughts should run in your mind. Okay, the next I will say, I want to perform validation here. I want to verify the given value right or wrong. I want to verify the given value is right or wrong, and I want to perform calculations if right. Then you should say, oh, okay, sir, then use operators. Some of the operators are there for validation, some of the operators are there for calculation. So you should know which operator meant for validation, which operator meant for calculation. You should know. Okay, so how do I know, sir? Will come. Okay, slowly you will come to know everything. Don't worry. The next point. Control flow statements are used for controlling flow of execution. I wanted to give a block of statements to execute if A value is 10. I want to execute other block of statement if A value is 20. That means you want to take decision when to execute this block of statement. For that, you are using what? Control flow statements. Okay. Operators are meant for performing validations and calculation to find given value right or wrong. Then control flow statements are meant for controlling flow of execution to take decision. A block of statements should execute one time or multiple times, or zero or one time, zero or multiple times. Okay. The next, exception handling statements. Exception is what? Error. Whenever you got error in your program, that error you must throw to the other programmer, whoever giving wrong value to you. For example, now you are ATM machine. Okay, ATM machine, deposit machine, you given deposit. Then it found 200 rupees note is invalid. Then what is doing? It is throwing the error to you. You are the person given and it is throwing error to you. 2000 rupees note is invalid. Then you are catching that error, means you are taking the 2000 rupees to you and doing some changes, like, if foldings are there, removing foldings and again trying. Again you are rubbing it and again placing it. Something you are doing to give the correct value. So exception handling statements are meant for throwing an exception, reporting that exception, and further to catch that exception. So throwing, reporting, and catching purpose exception handling statements are used. Everyone understand? Now we will develop program to see all these 4 concepts usage. Are you ready? We will develop a program to use all these 4 concepts now. Next, in all programming languages, do we have all these 4 concepts? No. The concept called object and exception handling statements are exist only in OO programming languages such as C++, Java, .NET, PHP, Scala, Python. Even we have them in PLSQL also. We don't have object and exception handling statements in C language. Final summary. We have 4 language fundamentals for developing an operation. They are data types for storing values, operators for performing validations and calculation, control flow statements for controlling execution flow, exception handling statements for throwing and catching an exception. 4 activities and language fundamentals. Sir, listen. 100 years you work in software industry. Of course, you cannot work, but assume. Okay. If you are working 100 years in software industry also, these 4 concepts only you do lifelong, nothing more. Okay, no? Lifelong you will do only these 4 activities, nothing more. So I am requesting you, please practice these 4 concepts thoroughly. Practice many examples on these 4 concepts. I am giving you one or two examples, and so I will show you one example, and based on that example, one more example you are developing in class today, and further many examples you have to try exactly like this. It is your responsibility to try. Now, total these are the 5 steps we are performing. Read and store input values from other programmer or keyboard. Validate those values. If values are correct, perform calculation, generate result. If values are wrong, throw exception with error message. And further, display the return value. and display the error message. Okay, yesterday class I have explained up to here. Now people who missed yesterday, of course you have understood today. Now today I'm going to explain developing a program like this. I want to develop calculator program. So the calculator program background using addition class with add method. This addition class add method expecting two values to pass. The two values I am asking from the calculator. Calculator asking end user. End user interacting with the calculator and passing two values. Those two values I am passing to addition class add method. They are coming and storing in parameter A and B. Below, this int A, int B, are these variables or not? Can you all people answer? This int A, int B, are these variables or not? Yes. Okay, these are variables. Can you say there is a data type? Int is a data type. Okay, tell me what the use of data type? Data type is used for creating a variable to store value. Here A is a variable, int is a data type, creating a variable to store value. I want to store two values, hence I created two variables. Listen carefully. When you write variables inside method parentheses, we must not call them as variables. We must call them as parameters. What we call them as parameters. If you look at here, class calculator main method, inside it try open bracket, closed bracket, I have result res variable. This res variable is a variable. We should not call it as a parameter. If you create variable inside method body, open bracket to closed bracket, then we call it as a variable. If you create a variable in parenthesis, we should not call it as a variable. Even though it is a variable, you must not call it as a variable. You must call it as a parameter. Tell me, you are learning something. You are learning Java. You are a person. But as long as you are in the classroom, you will not be called as a person. You will be called as a student. Like that. Okay. Tell me now. I am writing this program int a comma b, int a comma int b. Look at here. I wanted to verify the values are negative or positive. If negative, I don't want it to execute logic. If positive, then only I wanted to add. I don't want to add negative numbers. I want to add only positive numbers. Then look at there. If a less than 0, how can I verify a number negative or positive? You know, right? 0 less than 0 are negative numbers. Greater than 0 are positive numbers. If a less than 0 or if b less than 0, anyone is 0, then I want to throw exception. What I told you, exception handling statements are meant for throwing an exception. Exception handling statements are meant for throwing an exception. Now look at here. I have used one exception handling statement called keyword throw, THROW, throw. This keyword throw is meant for throwing an exception. Sir, what is an exception? Exception is an object. Okay, exception is an object. It must carry multiple values. What is an object? Object is a memory. How can I create memory? I can create memory in two ways, using static keyword and using new keyword. New keyword creating memory is technically called object. Look at here. After throw keyword, what I have written now? New following by one class name. Do you remember we created our own class called first program class? We created our own class called name printer class. We created our own class called A class, B class, C class. You can create any number of classes you wish. Like how we created, Sun Microsystem has created one a predefined class with the name called illegal argument exception, IAE, illegal argument exception. Everyone understand? Throw new illegal argument exception. Then this exception meant for what? Carrying error message. What the error message? Message is in string. Na? In a parenthesis, open parenthesis, you write number greater than equal to greater than 0. Okay, throw new example, number must be greater than 0, something you are writing message. Tell me now, if the given values are negative, then throw exception. Else, if given values are not negative, they are positive, then what you do? Return keyword right here. Okay, now you can write that return here. What do you write now? Return a plus b calculation, return the result. Everybody understand how I develop addition? Shall I write the code now? Write down along with me. Write down this procedure. Procedure to build logic. Building logic to perform any operation is 5 steps process. Write on this. Write down class C, calcium main method, everything as it is. How I typed, as it is you write. Completed our 5 steps. Okay, write down question. Develop, calculator project to add only positive numbers. If negative numbers are passed, you must throw an exception. What the exception name? Illegal argument exception with an error message. Don't pass negative numbers. If positive numbers are passed, add them, return result. Display on console. Shall we write code now? First, we need to create two classes. Wait on. We must develop two classes in two different Java files. First one, edition.java with class edition. Second, calc.java with class calc. Shall we write code now? Tell me first what you need to create. Open Java file. Here you write class edition. I'm using Edit Plus and I will teach you Edit Plus later, okay? Don't worry. I'll share you the video. You can watch that video, how to work with Edit Plus, okay? As of now, just you watch what I'm writing. You can continue developing this code by using Notepad also. Now tell me, this is edition.java, right? Edition.java, class edition. And what do you write now? I want to define a method. Like main method, we can create our own methods also. And public, okay, public is optional because we are calling this class and method within the same folder. Public is not required. Then static is required. If you declare this method as static, then only you can call. If you don't declare as static, we cannot call it. Okay, static. And then tell me, there are two return types are there. Number one, void. Void means you don't return any value from this method. Tell me, you must return value from this method or not? Void means you must return value from this method, right? Now tell me, void is allowed or not allowed or not? Not allowed. Void means don't return any value, but I must return value from this method. Tell me now, what I should return? What should I return? I should return integer. So the return type is what? Data type. Data type representing value type, na? What type of value you want to return? Int type of value you want to return. So return type is int, following by method name. Which operation you want to perform? Addition operation you want to perform. Add. Static int add. Then following by you wanted to add your own numbers or you want to take values from other programmer. You want to take values from other programmer, na? To take values from other programmer, I need variable, okay? That is parameter, int a comma int b. Are you understanding my narration? Are you understanding my narration? So I want to develop the logic and I want to return value. So you should take return type int. I want to read value from other programmer. I should take parameter. Then tell me, if this method logic executed successfully, we will return value int. If this method logic execution is failed, the given values are wrong, it's failed, then I should throw illegal argument exception, right? When you are returning value from your method, you are informing that I am returning value of type int. If the given values are wrong, I must tell to other programmer I am throwing exception. I must report, right? Tell me, using exception handling statements, what can I do? I can throw exception. After throwing, I should report. Okay, like how we have a return type, to reporting exception purpose, we have a keyword called throws. What is the use of throws keyword? Throws keyword is used for reporting the exception throwing from our method body. What the use of int? This int is called what? Return type. Okay, int is called return type. Return type is used for what? Return type is used for specifying the type of value returning from this method body. Are you catching my point? Then now here I have the keyword word throws. Then tell me, throws keyword is used for specifying the type of exception throwing from this method body. Everyone understand? Tell me, what is the return type? It specify what type of success value returning. It is specify what type of exception throwing. After throws keyword, you must write like int data type. Int is a data type. Like that, we have a data type called class. Illegal argument exception. Illegal argument exception. Like int is a data type. Illegal argument exception is also a data type. Nothing but class. There are two data types are there. Primitive data types and class data types. Illegal argument exception is a class data type. So we are throwing which type of exception? Illegal argument exception. Again, I'm asking question. Try to answer. Is int returning a value or specifying value returning a? Int is not return value. Int is meant for specifying the value we return. Okay. The next, throws keyword meant for throwing exception or specifying the exception. Specifying the exception throwing from this method. Then who will throw exception? Throw keyword. Who will throw exception? Throw keyword. Who will throw exception? Throw keyword. Throw keyword will throw exception. The next, who will return value? Return keyword will return value. So inside the method body, we must use two keywords. What are the two keywords? Throw and return. Throw keyword is used for throwing an exception. Return keyword is used for returning a value. So what is an exception? Exception is an object. What is a value? Value is an expression generating from expression. What do you write? Return A plus B. Return A plus B expression. Now after return keyword, what I should write? After throw keyword, what I should write? Object. How to create object? New keyword. Look at there. How to perform addition operation? Plus operator. How can I create object? By using new operator. New is a keyword. It is an operator. By using new operator. Which class object you want to create? Illegal argument exception. Okay, now you want to create this exception object with error message. Double quotes. Do not pass. Negative number. Okay, everyone understand? So how to throw exception? By using throw keyword. Okay, how can I throw exception? By using throw keyword. The next, how can we return value? By using return keyword. After throw keyword, what I should write? Exception object with error message. After return keyword, what you write? Expression to return result. To generate result and return that result. Hope you are following up to now. Okay, na? Understand? But now tell me, you want to execute these two logic every time? No. You want to execute this logic only if the given values are wrong. You want to execute this logic only given values are right. Then now you must verify the given values are right or wrong. Tell me, here plus operator is validation operator or calculation operator? Here plus operator is validation operator or calculation operator? It is a calculation operator. Now I am trying to use validation operator. If, tell me what is if? If is a operator control flow statement. Control flow statement. If condition true, execute that block. Else, execute this block. All are following? It is a control flow statement. I should give true or false here. I need to generate A. If A is 0, either A is 0 or B is 0, then throw this exception. Else, return this value. That's all. Program completed. How easy it is? All four concepts we have used in a data types I have used to create variables and specify return type. Operators I have used for validation. Control flow statements are used to take the decision to execute which block of statements. Exception handling statements are used to throw exception and report exception. Next, operators are used for performing calculation. Okay, write down this program first. You know, when your years are passed, my voice will get break. Understand? I said, write this program and you are asking my voice is broke. Wonderful year. Huh? If your ears are not working, my voice will not work. Okay, if your ears are working properly, voice will never break. What people are doing, I don't know. If you don't understand static keyword and new keyword, just leave them. In coming classes, you'll understand more. Okay, in this chapter, I'm introducing all keywords and variables and everything, whatever you need to use. In coming classes, you will try to understand more deep. At this minute, just leave them as it is, accept and continue. ఏం ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది? When you are visiting doctor, when you are not feeling well, when you visit to doctor, you should not say, doctor, doctor, I am not feeling well. Okay? If you say, doctor, I am not feeling well, he cannot give medicine. Why you are running this class? You compile, you run, Mr. Venkatesh? You wanted to compile this class, you want to run this class. When error is coming, what is effort you are putting to solve that error? Don't you verify what command you run? If you do some mistake, then you get error. What the mistake you did, you don't verify. Clearly it is telling cannot find main method in class edition. Main method required for compilation or execution? Execution. You are running a compiling a. Which command you have used? Pay some attention to the errors coming to you, okay? So that you can answer all the questions by your own. Tell me, boss, this program is executable class or just can compile? Can you execute this class? No. It is just main method class. I mean, this is just a logic class. There is no main method. You cannot compile. I mean, you cannot execute. Only you can compile. Now I am compiling it. Open command prompt. Clear screen. Now here I am compiling. Java C edition.java. Compile successfully. Dot class file create. If I write Java edition, that means compilation or execution? Execution. If you want to execute, you need main method. Main method is not there, so you got error. Cannot find the main method. When error is coming, that means you did some mistake. Pay attention to that error. Read the error. What the mistake you did, just you need to try to understand it. Understand? Try to habituate solving errors by your own. Okay. So just read the error. JVM software, compiler software always will give clarity to you how to solve errors by your own. Only thing is you need to pay attention. When error is coming, you did mistake. What the mistake you did, you just look at. Enough. Okay, fine. Then now, next point. Tell me I wanted to execute. For execution purpose, what you required? Main method class. Now let us go for creating main method class. Alt Fn Java. Bolo. What is your target of developing this program? What is your target of developing this program? You wanted to execute the addition logic, right? From this calculator class, you wanted to execute this addition class. And you want to execute addition class means what? You want to execute this add method. Okay, whenever you want to call add method, you must consider logic or you must consider the head portion. This head portion of the method is called prototype. Okay, this head portion of the method is called prototype. Abolo, what you need to call a method, you no need to worry about the logic. You need to worry about this head portion of the method. Tell me, in this head portion, this is a main part. Add of int a comma int b. This is called signature. Signature. So you copy this one, come to your class, calculator class. Okay, come to your class, calculator class. Calc, open bracket, main method. Inside main method you write add of int a comma int b. Tell me, in place of int a, what I need to pass? Value, na? I want to pass input 10. I want to pass second input 20. Now tell me, if I compile this class, is this class compiled or not compiled? You will get compile time error. Java C, calc.java. Look at there. Compiler throw error cannot find method add int comma int. Where this add method is available, you must tell na this add method is available in class addition. So you must take class name here, right? Addition dot add. Okay, na addition dot add of 10 comma 20. Now tell me, now program compiler? Yes. Look at there, program compiled successfully. Why? Because you clearly informed it to the compiler software. See, Mr. Compiler software, this add method is available in addition class. Compiler software can move from this calculator class to addition class. In addition class, it find add method with the 2 parameters. Everyone got clarity? Yeah. But now, are you going to get any output? I have to run, which class I have to run? Java calc. You will get just output hello world. Hey, what happened to the result? Can you tell me what happened to the result? Can you tell me what happened? Here addition dot add of 10 comma 20. 10 is going on storing in A. 20 is going on storing in B. Then verifying 10 less than 0, false. Verifying 20 less than 0, false. False or false what? False. Then false means don't execute if, execute what? Else. Okay, na? Then in else block, a value 10 plus 20 result 30, 30 given to return keyword return that value to calling place. What values you passed into the program? 10, 20. What the result you got? 30. Now tell me, is that 30 have you stored anywhere? No. Are you catching my point? So the return value you not stored, hence the value is loss. Then what to do now? Come on, everyone, tell me what to do now. You must store a result. Tell me, to store result, I need a variable. This method call, I must assign to a variable result. What type of variable? This variable should be return type. Look at there. This method is telling that I will return a value of type int. Then you should write what here? Int result. Babu, up to now understand how I am building the method call. I am looking at this method definition and I am preparing. First, I want to call method. I consider name and parameters. Then I want to take the result coming from this method. So I take an return type and created variable. Now save it. Come back to command prompt, clear screen, compile, calc.java, compile and execute calc, then you got hello world. Array, what happened to my 30? 30 got stored in result variable. 30 is stored in result variable, but I want to display read value from result variable, result text colon plus result. So now this is a text, result is a text and res is a variable name. So if you want to separate text and variable, you must use plus for concatenating. Finally, result variable replace with 30 and append the 30 to result, making as a single text and display on the console. Control 1, compile successfully, executed. Look at there, I'm getting result 30 on the console. Everyone got clarity? Yeah? The flow of execution. Tell me once again the flow of execution. When you run calc program, control go to main method. From main method come to addition.add of. Here res variable is created. Here res variable is created. From there it will go to addition class, add method. Then given to the a variable what value? 10. Given b variable 20. And now a value 10 less than 0 false. 10 less than 0 false, 20 less than 0 false, and false going to else block because value is false. Then a value 10, b value 20, result is 30, 30 given to return keyword return the 30 to calling place, and then result 30 is coming on storing in res variable 30 stored here. Okay na? And then sopln. Okay, here I required right result. Okay, result variable value 30 reading and substituted and give to total text. Finally we are getting output result colon 30. Everyone understand? Are there any packages to import? If packages are there, we require import, right? There are no packages. Why you need import? Where color symbol used, Babu? It will find automatically, Mr. Motion. Don't worry, okay? When time comes, I will tell you. Is the current chapter is that? No, no. When time comes, I will explain. I made it now. Why you are asking again question? We should made it as separate programs. I don't understand your question, Mr. Subham. Do you want to combine these two programs as a single program? Combine and use. Who asked you to separate? Combine and use, okay? Mr. Pandu, is it today is the first class? Mr. Pandu, is it today is your first class? Today you joined class? Arey, entra babu, what questions you are asking, Rare? All people are asking questions like, you know, half-brain people. Where is colon symbol I used? I didn't understand. Look at these questions. Question some question I should ask, so I am asking. Why colon I have used here? To separate this text and value, Rabbi. That also you cannot identify. That much dumb idiot you are. That much brainless fellow you are. Result colon 30. Result is 30. This small thing also I should talk. Grow up, buddy. Grow up. Grow up. Next, tell me. If I give minus 10, what happened? Tell me the flow. Come on, think yourself. Think yourself and tell me. If I give minus 10, what happened? It throw exception. Let us try to follow the flow. Look at there. Again, addition dot add of minus 10, 20. Control come to addition class to add method with the two values minus 10 and 20. To the first parameter, first argument minus 10 will be given. To the second parameter, 20 has given. Okay, na? Now a value what? Minus 10. Is minus 10 less than 0? True. True means if we'll go here. Here what you did? You are throwing this exception. You are throwing this exception. Earlier what did you throw? What did you return? Value. In place of the value, you throw exception. Given to throw keyword. Throw keyword, throwing exception. What is coming? Illegal argument exception. Tell me, did you catch that exception? Did you catch the exception? The exception came to your program. Did you catch it? No. If you don't catch, what exception will do? Exception will terminate your program execution by showing this complete exception information. Look at here. Look at here. Control 1 compile, control 2 executed. Look at that. A big message is coming which cannot understandable by normal people. This is Java English message. Exception in thread main. What came? Exception came. Where? In thread main. What is that exception? Java.lang. Predefined classes are belongs to Java.lang package. Java.lang. Illegal argument exception. Babu colon. Babu. Oh colon. Any colons how many colons are coming? You ask me again question. Sir, why colon here? Why colon here? Why colon here? Why sir 3 coming here. Ask. Improve some brain, Ray. Brain improve, Babu. Don't behave like a, Yaragata people. Don't pass a negative number. Okay, this is an exception. This is a message. To show the difference, colon will be used. Where this exception raised in edition.java file line number 6. That from the line number 6, look at the line number 6, now exception came. That from there, it is a travel to main method line number 5. Line number 5 it came. Everybody answer. Do you want to show this much error message to the programmer? I mean, to the end user customer? No. Is it understandable to end user? No. I must show only as much less as possible. For that, I must catch the exception. How to catch exception? By using try. How can we throw exception? By using throw keyword. Okay. How can I report that exception? By using throws keyword. How can I catch the exception? By using try and catch. Okay. Whatever the statement throwing an exception to us, we must place that statement inside try block like this. Okay, na? Now the statement throwing an exception, place in try block like this, following by catch block. Tell me, catch block must catch the exception throwing from this method. Tell me, earlier add method returning value. What type of value returning? Int type value to store variable we created. Now this method also throwing exception. Which exception? Illegal argument exception. Copy that and place here, paste. It's like a int. Can int store value or variable can store value? Variable. After illegal argument exception, I must write here E. E stands for exception, okay? It's a variable name. It is a data type, it is a variable name. So the exception coming from this add method is stored inside this E variable. Let me run this program. Control 1, compile. Control 2, look at that. Are you seeing any exception message here? Are you seeing any exception message here? No. Why? We have taken that exception message into our variable and we didn't print. Yes or no? Now tell me, how can we print? Exception just we caught. I want to print. Anything you want to print, what you write? SOPL, no? System dot out dot println of. What do you write? E. Okay, na? E. Control 1 compile, control 2 executed. Look at there, what you're getting now? Java.lang. Illegal argument exception. Earlier we got so much message, but now it is reduced to minimum. Java.lang. Illegal argument exception. Why this exception came? Don't pass negative number. Hey, customer, why do you need which exception rights? Customer want only error message, na? Yes or no? End user want only error message. So I don't want to display this also. I want to hide that also. I want only this error message I want to get. I want to get to only this message. In this class, like how we created add method in addition class, in this illegal argument exception class, we have one predefined method e dot get message. What is the method name? Get message. It is a predefined method, not our own method, available in illegal argument exception class. Control 1, compile. Control 2, execute. Look at there, what you're getting message. Don't pass a negative number. Write down this program. Write down this program as it is. Give these dashes like this. Write down this program. Okay, can you tell me this method call why I arrange it like this? Why I have assigned to this variable and why I surrounded with try catch? Can somebody explain? Why I called like this and why assigned to this variable, why I surrounded by try catch? Write down. Run above program. Okay. Refer Xerox material to Xerox material to or the page number. Page number 6. Here I given all explanation. Compilation, execution, case 1, case 2, 6 to 9. Okay, so people who not understand, who people want one more time explanation, read that material, you will understand. Okay, na? So here you need to give, if you run this program as it is, compiler throw error. Here you must substitute positive value one time, negative value other time. Okay, so hope you understand how to build logic, how to use. This is a object oriented programming or logical programming. Hello, here we develop, is it logical programming or object oriented programming? It is logical programming. Okay, so try one more example by your own. Okay, na? So that's all for today class, and meet you tomorrow with more examples. Thank you. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.